It's almost Christmas time, and I am reminded that there is so much more to this holiday than decorations and presents. Today we're not only creating a beautiful holiday space, but we are creating where memories are made, traditions are shared, and love is felt. Now there's a story that has always touched my heart every year, and I can barely make it through it every year without crying, so hopefully as I share it with you today, I can do just that. It's about a little boy who wanted to just get one special gift for his mother. It's truly the embodiment of the true meaning of Christmas. So I'm going to be sharing that with you as we decorate my living room for Christmas. A big thank you to Walmart for helping me make this episode possible. They have all of the things to make your home super magical, and gifts and decorations galore without going over budget. So a big thank you to them, and I will be sharing more about that in just a second. In the meantime, it is time to lug out my big old Christmas tree, and we're gonna set it up. But first, we might have to move some of the furniture out of the way and figure out how we're gonna configure it with a tree in here. So we'll pull this aside and then we'll bring in the tree. Okay, the tree is up and now we're gonna plug it in. I closed the drape so that you could see, like, it controls the light. Okay, we're gonna plug this in. I get this, I can like run it under the rug and hide it behind the curtains, and hopefully we won't even notice the plug. But in the meantime, we're gonna just plug it in over here. All right, we're gonna turn it on. Voila! Okay, so I think the default is it puts it on demo mode. So we're gonna put it on warm white, slow fade. There we go. So like we'll fade in and out. And I like to leave the lights on while I decorate. It makes me feel all kinds of festive. Okay, so the tree is up. I am obsessed and I love it. It's so pretty. It looks so realistic, but it is very tall, 12 feet tall. But I want to share with you the kind of my overall vision. So let me show you some of the things that we're going to be putting in here and the color scheme. Okay, so poinsettias. Now, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you might recognize these beautiful. They are ginormous. I tried to find more of those, but I don't think they are carried anywhere anymore, but they are so beautiful. But I did find some of these large poinsettias that we're going to be using. These ones are about 18 to 20 inches. These ones might be like 24 inches. They're very, very big. And then I've got a whole bunch of like other ones, kind of assorted red and gold ones that we're gonna be using on the tree. And then I've got some red pearls and some poinsettia garlands. But I know that some of you have asked, this is my fireplace mantle that we just built not too long ago, just in time for the holiday season. But some of you wanted to see a little closer up finish of this because it's meant to mimic the look of cast stone, and I lime washed it and I absolutely love it. I am so looking forward to decorating this mantle. I cannot wait till we get to that point. But let me show you a few more of the other color things that we've got going on. Now, I have always loved shopping on Walmart for their affordable prices, but I am telling you, their quality is going up, 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 up. I am finding the coolest things. What I ordered for Christmas is no exception. So I'm gonna be sharing some of the items that I ordered on walmart.com that I'm going to be using in here, but also in other rooms that are gonna be coming up in future episodes. Like really quickly here, I'll be sharing where I'm gonna be placing each one of the items, but I am so excited about the items that I found, and I am obsessed with some of their brands that they have. Like Drew Barrymore's beautiful line is awesome, but right now I'm totally obsessed with My Texas House. I think it's My Texas House or My Texas Home. I think it's My Texas House. She has the most beautiful decor pieces and rugs and furniture and all kinds of things, and I ordered some things from there. And then also their Better Homes and Gardens line. I'm loving walmart.com, and I found the most cool things to share with you. So, okay, where to start? start, where to start. Well, I guess I already shared this bow with you. This is, I think, gonna go on the top of my tree. Like I said, this comes in various sizes. They're out of stock in a lot of their sizes right now. I don't know if they've restocked, so I'm gonna share it with you anyways, because if they restock, you're gonna wanna snatch them fast, because these really do go viral and they are worth the hype. So pretty. So this is one of the items that I just shared with you. Also, I did like these little mini velvet stuffed ones. This red's a little bit different, but like I said, we're gonna be mixing, matching the ribbons, so it will all make sense as a whole, but some of the reds are different colors. But look at these. These are like little pillow, but they're so cartoony looking. They are so pretty. I love these bows that I've got. They're gonna make my Christmas tree look so beautiful. Okay, what else? I got these. These are my Texas house. But can we just talk about the presentation? Like, how many times do you get ribbon that has a little bow already on it? That I thought was just a little bit extra, but it's the details. I'm telling you, and the ribbon itself is beautiful. Also from the My Texas House line, I got a bunch of their wrapping papers. I am kind of a wrapping paper addict. If there's a pretty wrapping paper, I have to buy it, and then I have like an excessive, unhealthy amount of wrapping paper. But look at these. These are so pretty with the reds and the golds. It's gonna make the most beautiful gifts underneath my Christmas tree. But I will be using probably this one in my entryway in a very unconventional way. I do have like a cheetah print lamp in the entryway that I'm thinking I might wrap this around. So we'll see how that goes. The prices of these designer looking wrapping papers were so affordable. Love that. Then I got this Mary pillow, and I don't remember what line this is from. Holiday Time. I got 2 of these, and I'm gonna be putting them on my captain's chairs in my dining room. So that will be coming up in a future episode. I don't know if it's the next one or the one following, but one of those will be coming up. Okay, so we've got gold. These are like leftover from previous years. We've got some gold like quilted balls, some gold garlands, some gold bells, all going on. Some red pillows that I'm gonna be doing a holiday hack that I've done in previous episodes. I'll link that below. That's gonna be happening. Then look at these. Oh my word, I'm totally obsessed with these. I have lots of bells that we're gonna be using in the decor, and I saw these little swags, and you could use these in so many different areas. Look at that. It is so high-end looking without the high-end price tag. Look at the ribbon. It has like an antiquing effect to it that just makes it look so nice. I love the bells on it. So I'm gonna be using this on my outside, on my exterior lights by the garage. I'm gonna be wiring underneath those. I think it's gonna look stunning. I had also thought about maybe hanging them up in my arched windows above here, but I kind of didn't want to climb the ladder to hang them. I'll show you what else I thought I might do with that as well. And a really good price for how high-end that looks. That looks like something you would definitely get at a high-end store without the high-end price tag, the affordable price tag of Walmart.com. So that is fantastic. Then I got 3 of these wreaths because I was also considering putting these in the window. So we'll see if I get brave enough to put them in the window. If not, then I'm gonna put them on my front door. But these are stunning. And what I was thinking is that I could combine it with some of this ribbon and maybe even get some other gold bells and put those on my front door or up in the window. We'll see if I get brave. Maybe next year, I don't know, but I think either way, they're gonna look beautiful somewhere. They're so realistic looking. I just love that it has like a variation of different types of greenery. They were $16.98. Such a good price for such a beautiful wreath. So I loved that. Now, I have 2 more items that are arriving tomorrow. They will arrive during this episode for my front porch. I ordered 2 rugs from the My Texas House line. One is more of like a plaid one. It says Merry Christmas, the other one. I'm gonna layer that on my front porch. Coming up on an episode, so you're gonna wanna stay tuned to see how I use all of these amazing Walmart.com finds that I've found, and I just love the selection there. It's just amazing. So I've had a couple of questions of where I got my chairs that you saw in this living room. Those are from Walmart.com too, and I am obsessed. They're so nice. I love them. So high-end looking. So like I said, I've been shopping on Walmart.com more and more and more just because their selection's gotten like so grand, so vast, and then also just the quality and the beautiful things that I'm finding. it, and just for the affordable price tag. So you can't go wrong. So I'm going to link everything that I've ordered in the description box below. So make sure you check those out. Hop on over and see what else you can find while you're there on Walmart.com, because I'm telling you, you're gonna find some amazing things. So a big thank you to them for sponsoring this episode. Now let's get decorating the tree. I think we should just start from the top and work our way down. Now the cool thing about this bow is it has these really big, long twist ties that we can twist tie it on with. And so here we go. Do we love? I mean, can you see it all the way down there? I love it. Okay, so here's what I collected. We got one red and gold poinsettia, a bunch of gold leaves, and some of these red pearl things that we're gonna put up top. Once we get that up, then we're gonna start with our ribbons and tools down the tree. All right, here we go. Let's start with the kind of red pearly stuff, and let's spread them out a little bit so we can get kind of maximum effect. And I just shove them right down the branches. Okay, there's one. Okay, we're gonna do 3 up here. Maybe 2 like right here, and then 1 below the bowl. Oh, that's really, really cute. All right, and then we've got these gold leaves that will draw some of the gold up high. Okay, so we got one of those gold ones in, and now we're gonna put in another one back here, and then we'll do the same thing as we'll drop this one down a little bit lower, down in this area. Okay, this is looking good. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna put this poinsettia above or below. Bria, I think 1 poinsettia up top is good, and then I'll grab another one and put closer to the top as well. How pretty is this? I love it. Okay, so we're gonna fluff these branches, but while we were fluffing these branches, I wanted to tell you this story about my favorite song that just chokes me up every year. So how many of you guys have heard the song Christmas Shoes? I'm sure a lot of you have. It's a very popular song. And better yet, how many of you guys have seen the movie? Well, this song and movie, just every year when it starts playing, I can't even make it through. I cry every time. I don't think that there's been like a time where I've listened to the song where I haven't cried. It's so beautiful. If you haven't heard it, you should go listen to it. But it's all about this little boy whose mom has been sick, really sick, and he wants to buy her this special gift for Christmas because she's dying, and he wants her to have something beautiful and feel pretty. And it's just so tender and sweet, and it really is indicative of like the true meaning of Christmas. It's a reminder that Christmas is not about what we have, but who we share it with. And I just love the message of that. All right, so we're gonna finish fluffing these out, and then I'm gonna share with you kind of like the overall vision. Okay, we are about to make an absolute mess because we are gonna be using this red and gold kind of tool. It's so beautiful, but it's full of glitter, and man, it's not Christmas if you don't get covered in glitter, right? Well, we're gonna kind of billow this down the tree, and I have some pipe cleaners if we need them, but a lot of times I'll just go ahead and use like the branches and stuff. I'm gonna start with a gold because we've already got a lot of red on it, and we've also got a lot of red coming through by way of poinsettias and stuff, but I think we'll use some of this red as well, so let's get all sparkly. Here we go, we're dropping. Oh my word, this is gonna be so beautiful. Like, we're gonna pinch this together up top, and I'm gonna tuck it kind of behind the bow. This actually kind of smells funny, honestly. This tool, whatever it is, kind of has a weird smell to it, but it's sure gorgeous. How do I want this? I'm gonna contemplate. Hold that thought. Okay, so here is what I've decided. Now, I've done the tool like many different ways. That's why I needed to think about it for a second. I've done it where I've wrapped it around the tree like this. I've done it where I've zigzagged it down. I've done it where I've kind of done it like a more subtle. I think this time I am going to try kind of more dropping it down in the same kind of pattern like so. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so I yanked down the red tool because I figured by the time we use other ribbons and all of the red poinsettias, it was just gonna be a little too much. So we're gonna use just the gold of the tool. We'll probably still use some of the ribbons. Once we get the tool on, I am going to start putting on the poinsettias, and then we can fill in with the other ribbons as we feel like it needs. Plus we've got like all of the gold balls. Oh, let me show you one thing. After we get the tool on, I will put this on the tree as well. Okay, I am already loving this so much. Now what we're gonna do is we are gonna fluff up all of our poinsettias and start placing those. Because these are so large, I want to place these first, and then we'll fill in with other ribbons and other balls because these are the star of the show. Okay, we are losing light quickly, but I'm gonna continue to work because there's something magical about the Christmas tree lit up at night, and that's okay. So I just fluffed all of our poinsettias. They are ready to be put on. Now, I think the first two that I need to put on are the two biggest ones, and I think we'll just pick two prominent spots, one up high, one up low, kind of like on an angle from each other. And then from there, we will fill in with the other two main sizes that we have. I do have a few of like a smaller size, but for the most part, we're gonna do the two giant ones, then we're gonna do like all of the medium ones. I think I have about 18 of those total. I'm gonna probably save maybe one or two of them for like the fireplace and over here. I don't know. We'll see how we go. And then I've got some of these like kind of still pretty good sized ones that are like red and gold glitter. So we're gonna just fill those in, and then we've got a whole bunch of other ornaments that we can place on. And so here we go. These are just so pretty. They're so big. I hope that one day I can find more of these because they're just something spectacular about them. I've always loved them, and I probably always will, but I'm gonna fluff them up a little bit. They are kind of a little bit flattened. Like they're open, but they need a little dimension. Don't you think? Oh, that looks so much better, doesn't that? So pretty. We might need to put it like right there, but I don't want to totally cover up the gold strands that we already put. What do we think? Is that a better spot? I think that's a better spot. So then the other one could go right in here. I know that the ladder is like kind of blocking your view a little bit, but you'll see the full finishing when it's all done. But I think I'm liking the location of those two very giant poinsettias. And now we're gonna take the next biggest and we'll space those out evenly, and then we'll do the next biggest and so on and so forth. So here we go, let's decorate away. Okay, I am totally obsessing over this tree, but we've got on pretty much all of our poinsettias. I did keep a couple over there, maybe to use like on the fireplace, and we may need to get like a few others. We'll just have to see how it's going. But now we're gonna add a little bit more gold to the tree. We're gonna use these gold balls, and I have a few others. And then we've got ribbons, both red and gold, that we can use to fill it in, but I am loving it so far. So pretty. I am so glittered. I don't know if you can tell, but I am like literally covered. I don't know if it's showing up just how glittered I am, but it is crazy. Look at that. Okay, it's the next day. It's actually later in the day. The day kind of got away from me because I had a whole bunch of stuff this morning. But I have about an hour and a half to maybe a little less than that to finish decorating the tree before we have to go, or we get to go and see a good friend of ours are in Jekyll and Hyde. That's going to be so much fun. But first, before we start, I had to show you my last 2 remaining items from Walmart arrived. Oh my word, they're so good. Okay, first of all, this was way bigger than I was expecting. It's very large, but it's going to be perfect on my front porch. Isn't that great? I love the text on it, Merry Christmas. It's very big. It's probably one of the bigger ones of these I've ever gotten. The next one is even bigger, but not as heavy. This is the My Texas House rug that's going to go underneath that one rug that I just showed you. I think this would have looked really cute in this living room, like on a larger scale, but it's just as beautiful as I had hoped, and I love them. So these will be used in an upcoming episode really soon. Hit that subscribe button because I've got a lot of really fun content heading your way, and yeah, you're gonna want to see this, how this all turns out. So let's get decorating. So I am making a whole bunch of poofies, and as you can see, I've already put some on the tree. That's what I call them, is poofies. But it's just this glittery gold tulle, and it's just gonna add like kind of a softness to our tree, plus a little bit of sparkle. I am covered head to toe in glitter. It's crazy, and I will probably stay that way through the remainder of the holiday season. But this is really simple. So all we're gonna do is just kind of fold, make a whole bunch of folds. Because it's tulle, they don't need to be exact, but approximately the same size. And I usually do about 4 or 5 of them plus the tails, like so. So then I have one tail right here, and then I just cut off another tail, and so that's what I'm left with. Then I take a pipe cleaner, or you can take a wire or whatever you want, and you're gonna just twist that near the bottom. And this is very similar to what I used to do for corsages back in the day when I was working in a flower shop, but just like on a way bigger scale. And then we're gonna fluff out our little loops to be a little bit more full and magical. This one is a little stuck. I don't know what's going on. It's like twisted in a funny way. And while we're like working on this, I want to continue on with the story. So as we're decorating this kind of over the top Christmas tree, I mean, this is all fine and dandy and everything, but what I really love about the story and the song about the Christmas shoes is just the simplicity of his wish. He just wanted a simple gift for his mother, saved for that. And sometimes we just get caught up in the hustle and bustle of the holiday season, getting gifts, decorating this and that, and we forget the true meaning of Christmas, and that is just heartfelt moments and the simplicity of it and the togetherness of it. I love that story. So okay, here is our poofy, and we're gonna find a perfect location up a little higher because I've got some of the ones down here already. We're gonna take this up the top. Okay, I think that we've got a little hole right here that we could put it, and we're gonna just twist tie that into place. And these little poofies are really good for filling in, like sometimes you have gaps in your tree, and this will fill it in visually, but we still don't want to cover up some of these really pretty garland beads. There we go. So we're gonna put on a whole bunch more poofies, and then we're gonna do some gold and red berries. We're close to being finished with this tree, and it's gonna be really cute. We got it done just in time. First I gotta get ready, and then we're gonna go to Jekyll and Hyde. Hey, we're almost to a place called the Joinery. It was recommended to us by some friends. We've never been there. It's in Lakeland. It's close to the theater, and that's why we picked it. And I think there's a lot of options. So what do you think, honey? Do you know what you're gonna order?
I have no idea, but it's a fun date night.
Another date night. Woo woo! Every week. Hey honey, what are we getting?
A Zuku roll, a shrimp volcano, and a sunset roll. So this place has sushi.
Yeah, I love sushi.
We're doing sushi.
Yeah. This place is really cool because it's kind of like a mall food court, but like nicer and like more trendy looking. It's pretty neat. so far. It is so good. It is so good. My friend could be on Broadway. I'm not even joking. He's excellent. Okay, it's the next day and Jekyll and Hyde, it's a dark play. I'm just gonna say that, but the music is incredible and my friend did an amazing job as Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. He was absolutely amazing and that was a lot of fun. Sometimes it's good to take breaks and go out and do things with friends and all of that. But we are gonna get back to the decorating and hopefully my plan is to finish out the rest of it today. That's the goal. You know, life sometimes gets in the way, but we are gonna start next with the mantle. I think this is absolutely, it was like the only reason I built a mantle was to decorate it for Christmas. Am I right or am I right? I'm just kidding. Like I love the mantle, but it's gonna be so much fun to decorate for Christmas now. Okay, so this is the mantle that I tried to replicate one of those beautiful, expensive cast stone fireplace mantles that are like $5,000. We did ours like, I think less than 150. I don't remember off the top of my head, but it was like such a fraction of the cost. It is so convincing. It is beautiful. I absolutely love it. So what I am thinking is because we have the weight of the tree here, I really love to do kind of an asymmetrical look on a fireplace. You know, we could do lots of options where we do it all the way down, very symmetrical. On fireplaces, I really love the asymmetrical look. And because we have the weight over here, what I am thinking is that we will run the asymmetry here. Now, I have kind of oscillated a little bit because that's the side of the fireplace, which you see when you come in. But I still think I'm gonna go with that, but I reserve the right to switch it up if I feel like it's not working. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna clear off what's there. We're gonna leave the beautiful baby Jesus and Santa Claus art. That was done. I did get our art light to put above it. We'll see if I can get to it in this episode, and it would be easier to do. I don't decorate it first, but I'm really feeling it's so chaotic in here. I have 9 bins out in here. It's the first thing that you see. It is causing chaos everywhere. And so like my mind is like, I need to get this taken care of like stat. So we're gonna get it decorated so we can clean up and enjoy the fruits of our labor. So let's start with this now. We'll put this in a special place until we're done with Christmas. So if you've been watching me decorate for Christmas in the past, then you will probably recognize this hack that I've been doing for years now, and I just love it. So I've got a different curtain rod this time. I've got a little different setup this time. I'm using, in past I used a little bit more elaborate stocking holders. These ones are pretty simple, and I kind of did that on purpose so that they would kind of maybe disappear underneath the garland. So I've got those setting there, and then I was gonna use the same curtain rod. I couldn't find it. So I just went and got a different one. It's pretty basic. And what I do is I just hang this curtain rod from the stocking holders and make sure it's kind of even. We'll decorate around this, but the idea is that I can just kind of lift this up and slide our stockings on. I'm gonna do that last because I don't want to get stuff all over the stockings, but just to give you an idea, I'm debating between this stocking and this stocking, and that's why I'm kind of holding off. I kind of want to see what feels right. This one is kind of fun, but I really like the way this furry one looks. When we get to that point, then I can just easily slide them on like so, and then we'll just style them out. And seeing this on here, I really like that. I'll probably embellish it a little bit, so we'll just see how that goes. In the meantime, we'll just set those aside, and somewhere in this chaos, I have some straps like that is meant to hold garland into place. Where did I put it? It's so messy in here. They were like totally hiding from me in plain sight. They were like literally right over there. So what this is these little straps, and they're by 3M, and you just peel off the back, and then you hook this around your garland and lock it into place like so. Does that make sense? And the idea is that it shouldn't hurt your finish. And if it does a little bit, I mean, I feel like this has been curing up long enough that it shouldn't hurt it. But if we have any damage, I do have some of this lime wash still, and we will be okay. Yeah, so let's get these stuck on. The thing is, I don't know exactly where if I want it to go all the way back, because I do have some candlesticks and some other things. Decisions. Yeah, I think we do stick these down. And where do we stick them? Do we stick them on the outside of these stocking holders? Do we stick them on the inside and have it drape down here? Do we move the stocking holders a little bit and then do it right? Yeah, I think I'm gonna move them in a little bit and then do our little garland 3M. What are these even called? I don't know, these garland things. The garland holder 3M thingies. There you go. We'll stick those down like right next to them, and that's why it's good that we put this curtain rod up right now, because then we can kind of make decisions based off of that. And so all you have to do is peel off the backing and stick it to where we want it. And I think for this one, and maybe we'll use more than two, I don't know, but I think for this one, I think we'll just stick it kind of close to the ledge. So it's right there. Okay, now I gotta go dig out my garlands from years past out of the bins. Okay, so we're ready for garland. Okay, so we've got a lot of greenery in this one, but it's a lot of picks, so this is not the right one. Do you remember these? These are some things that I have made on here before. I don't know if they'll be making their way out this season or not. I kind of did a different version with an IKEA hack with a brass base that I really loved. So bad, but it will get better. It's like the chaos before the calm. I just made an even bigger mess trying to find my garlands for my fireplace mantel, and I think they're all mixed together. I don't have a good system, so that's a good reminder to organize better in the future. We're just gonna go for this. I'm gonna just take whatever I can find just make it work. Ugh. I could not find all the ones that I've used in the past. I did find one, but it was heavily flocked, and we don't really have a heavily flocked look going on right now, and I don't think I want to introduce it here. So I did get these two kind of that trendy Norfolk kind of thing that I think we could twist together, but it's not full enough even with that. So this is one that I think I've used on my mantle before, or I've used it, I don't know where, somewhere, but that I thought we could mix in with that. And then I also had like this random garland, and I think if we get like these all twisted together or intermixed, that would look really good. And then I have a whole bunch of picks that we can kind of build up like the corner with and just kind of work in as we need. So let's try twisting some of these together. All right, this one's gonna be way longer than that one. Let it start twisting it a little bit shorter. Okay, so we'll twist these two together first, and then we'll do our little trendy Norfolk ones. They are really pretty, those Norfolk ones. Are you a fan, or are you more of like a traditionalist when it comes to garland? And do you like flocked, or do you like green? I love to listen to Christmas music while I decorate. I mean, is that part of the rules? Isn't that in the decorating handbook guide? Last year was kind of crazy. We moved like right at Christmas time, and then the year before I was so sick. If you've been watching my channel, you'll know that was when I was like really ill. And so like I think the past two Christmases have been pretty chaotic. So that's why I'm really excited to kind of create a less chaotic Christmas for my family. Okay. Look how much beefier and pretty that was. So we want it to hang down on this side, and I do kind of want to touch the ground, and I think that will line up pretty close here. So we will hang that there, and then we will strap it down. I might need to stretch it. Well, first of all, we're gonna bend this pretty good, and then we are gonna work our little strap through here. We don't want it to be seen, but we want it to actually hold. I'm gonna kind of wrap it around all of our garland and then slide it into place like so. And then we'll kind of cover it up so you don't see it. And we can do that with picks and other stuff that we add. This isn't coming all the way to the end, but that's okay because we will just bring in some picks, but we're gonna strap this down. Okay, so this is really pretty, but it's not as full as I want it. So we're gonna go get some picks and we're gonna like start filling it in. Plus I kind of want to build up this corner and maybe use some poinsettias and things. I did hold back one of our really big ones, and I'm thinking that would look really cool right there. Doesn't that look cool? Or maybe even over further, or maybe with some other stuff. So Actually, I like it like that, so I'm just gonna leave it there. And then I saved some of our other stuff, our other poinsettias, so we could do like 3. And I might need to kind of do a hook, depending on how we put these in. I don't want to yank anything off or destabilize anything, but I also want to build up this corner a bit. And then also, I saved some of these. So we're gonna build up this corner. Might as well do it right now, right? And then we can fill it in with a little bit more greenery. Let's hope we don't make it too heavy that it all comes tumbling down. That's one of my worries. So we'll make sure that everything is stable. Oh yeah, this is gonna be super cute. We gotta make sure that that one's the star of the show. I might even pull this back a little bit. We're gonna pull it all back a little bit because otherwise it's gonna be too heavy and come tumbling. We'll keep working on this. I'm gonna turn on some Christmas music for you guys to all listen to. Oh my goodness, I am loving this so much. You can see that I added the My Texas House ribbon to my fireplace mantle. It's stunning. I absolutely love it. Now, currently I am doing a little poll on Instagram. So if you don't follow me there, sometimes I pop in and ask questions about whether or not I should go with this white furry stocking, which would match our tree skirt, or this kind of red and white striped one. I love the red and white striped. It feels a little bit less casual, but I love the red that it pulls in. So, or should I use neither? That's what I'm pulling on Instagram right now. While we're thinking about that, I am going to take some other like red velvet ribbon I have, and we are going to tie it to the bells we made about a month ago. And we're gonna just tie a simple knot to the handle right here. And then we're gonna give it some little bit of leeway. And then we're gonna knot our other one. And then we're gonna kind of just loop it over our curtain rod so that it has something nice and sturdy to hang on to. And we actually might loop the ribbon through and then knot the other one at whatever height we determine. And we will trim off the excess. Isn't that gonna be pretty? So let's cut off what we think. We'll just, that should be plenty to tie a knot and everything. Let's loop this up through our curtain rod. This curtain rod idea is so handy, I'm telling you. It is awesome, and it, you know, can support quite a bit of weight. Okay, so we've got one bell there. I love that. And this other bell will pull some weight. Let's see. I kind of like it like right there. We can play around with that a little bit. We'll try to tie the knot on this really carefully. No! Why does this always happen to me? I think I'm so handy sometimes. We're gonna try again. Guess what? I only hot glued those on. I didn't use epoxy. Use epoxy. We're gonna have to hot glue them back on. Or maybe I should epoxy them this time. Okay, fixed, but I tied them first. So now we gotta carefully slide them on down from this end. And maybe this will help us decide which stocking to go with. I think I'm a little partial to the fuzzy ones, just because I really like the way they look. I am loving that. That's really great. Okay, do we think one or the other? Decisions. In the meantime, that might be one of the last decisions I make after I see the whole room together. In the meantime, let's grab our nutcracker candlesticks, and we're gonna put those up here, and I gotta go grab the red candles, and we are going to be done with this once I get the candlesticks up. Okay. This is Hans and this is Fritz, and we made them in a previous episode, so I'll link that one below. But we're gonna just carefully put the candle on and carefully place them up there now. We did these IKEA hack candles, they've got glitter on them. Hold your breath. Okay, so Hans is up, now it's time for Fritz. Oh, aren't they cute? They're so cute. Oh my goodness. I might need like a little bit more greenery on this side. I feel it's like it needs a little something more over here. Boom, I think we're done with this area. Now we're gonna move over to the Oh Holy Night sign. So I'm still thinking about that song. What is your favorite Christmas song that really speaks to you every year? So one of the lines that really hits me in that song is something to the effect of, Mama made Christmas good each year, even though most times she did without, or something to that effect. And it really hits me. Like, I know that we're decorating and this is kind of a little over the top and really, really fun, and I'm having a good time doing it. But I remember back when like my husband and I were first married and we had nothing for like the longest time. In fact, I remember when we were like newlyweds, we like were so broke that we went and got like Christmas presents for Riley, like at the Dollar Tree. She was little, she probably doesn't even remember. And then like my husband and I didn't even do anything that year for Christmas for ourselves. And it's, you know, sometimes it's just difficult, and that song is just so meaningful. Like, and it really echoes the sentiment that it's really about like who you're spending it with and not all the things. Like I'm having a good time. Like, don't get me wrong, this is super, super fun, but it hasn't always been like this. There's been years that have been better than others, and it's like ups and downs, and Christmas is about family, and I'm hoping that I am creating memories for my children and that they remember me for teaching them to go and serve and give, which we have plans to do throughout the season. I'm doing Jesse's challenge. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll link the Christmas gift episode because I explain all about Jesse's challenge in there, and it's really, really meaningful and really, really good because that is honestly what Christmas is all about. I am so excited to hang this, and I am gonna just drill in some temporary screws to just hold it in place for the holiday season. I also may use some push pins or whatever I need to do like a garland swag that I wanna do, because I wanna kind of do like a smaller version, a miniature version of what we just did on the fireplace, if that makes sense. And up top here to kind of decorate it. And then we are gonna go ahead and leave my beautiful, it's like a record player slash, it like plays everything, records, CDs, tapes. It also connects to Bluetooth, so I love it. And I love it this time of year because like I'll play Christmas records and things like on it. It really has a really good sound system, and so it really carries through this main entry, formal living room, formal dining room, and it really is awesome. So let's get hanging this. I'm gonna grab my Athena drill by Aaliyah, and we're gonna hang this photo. And I am going to stand on the dresser. It is very sturdy, so it better hold me or I will cry. Oh yeah, we're fine. So what I'm thinking is just a touch higher than this. Okay, we're gonna put the screws in there and hope I did a good job making it level. And then we're gonna try to center this. We're gonna put more garland on, I promise, but I want to hang these bells first so that I can get them on secure. So we're repeating kind of the bell theme, which we'll repeat on the staircase and lots of areas. And then we're gonna do some twinkle lights. We'll kind of twist this into place, and we'll have that drape down here. Should I plug them in while we decorate? I think I'm gonna plug them in real quick and decorate with them on. Maybe, we'll see. And then I'm gonna go get a whole bunch more garland. Okay, so we got that up. I'm loving it. I think even as years come, I might beef it up with a bigger frame. I might add more garland. We'll just see. So now we're gonna decorate this area, and I'm going to use the red stuff that we took off the tree, and we're gonna put that on the top. And then I felt like I needed some Christmas trees. So last night I hopped on Walmart.com and ordered a couple of extra trees for pickup, so I didn't have to go shopping because I don't have time for that. And it's like a set of 2 for 33 bucks. And so I may add some poinsettias to it. I'm gonna put them up, see what I think of them. I might add some poinsettia garland that I have, and we'll see how it looks. So, and then from there we'll just, I don't know if we'll add my tall brass candlesticks that were on my fireplace before, or we'll just play around and see what we think as we go. Okay, so I have some cheetah print on my dining room chairs, and that's gonna stay. And then I have a cheetah print lamp in the entryway. So we need to pull in a little tiny touch of cheetah print in this area. So I have this ribbon, and I'm gonna do just a couple of little spots of it on these little trees, because I feel like they need a little something, and I might add a little bit of red ribbon too, and or maybe poofies, I don't know. But we do need to bring in a little touch of animal print just to make everything make sense in my space. Okay, it's so chaotic in my living room right now. I'm going to be assembling our Santa pillows in here. If you've seen my holiday hack episode that I released a few weeks ago, you'll know what I'm talking about here. If you haven't, you're definitely going to want to check that out, because there's 40 hacks in there that are so easy and so fun, and this is one of them. So we're going to turn these into Santa pillows. And I don't know if we're going to use them all, because I don't know if all the chairs are going to stay in the living room. I'm going to have to play around. Okay, so here we go. We are going to take some Santa fur, and let's put it this way, and we're going to cut it off, and then we're going to, this time, like I've pinned it together in the past, but this time I think we're going to just hot glue it because it's a little faster. So super easy. I'm not going to hot glue it to the pillow itself, but to itself, you know what I mean? So we'll put some hot glue right here. I'm making a mess, and we're gonna need a lot more glue. I don't know if I even got enough on. You might wanna have taken off the fibers before you do that. I don't know if that's gonna work. I think it will work. No. Did it work? I think maybe I didn't do it tight enough. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I am gonna go ahead and glue it to our pillow at the bottom so it could still be removed. And I think that's what happened. I didn't get it snug enough. I don't know why. And then I'm gonna put the hot glue on the back of this time, and then hold it into place. And then obviously I cut off way too much on that one, so we'll trim it back. All right, so we're gonna trim this off because I cut it too long to begin with. Okay, so can you see where I'm taking this? All right, then we're gonna take some of this black grosgrain ribbon. We are going to cut off, well, we're gonna first glue and then we'll cut it off after the fact like we did the last time. So there, and then we're gonna put some hot glue down, let that dry, cut off the excess. And this will be the back of the pillow. Now you could make it double-sided if you wanted, but I'm only gonna make it one-sided. There you go. And then we have these gold Dollar Tree frames that I took all the glass out, took all the tabs, and we're just using the frame part as the belt buckle. And yes, I know that's not really functional for a pillow, but this is more about looks. Let's be honest. If we want to use it for comfort, we can flip it around. And we are gonna just put a whole bunch of hot glue on the frame and try not to burn ourselves, and put this right in the center. There we have a Santa pillow. Okay, the decorating is for the most part done. We do have a few little last minute touches to do, but first we gotta clean up the mess. It is just an epic disaster right now. So we're gonna do some cleanup, and then I'm gonna work on arranging the chairs that I have for here. I don't think that they're all gonna work in here, so whatever doesn't work, I'll take into my bedroom for the holiday season. But I've got the cute pillows ready to place, and it's gonna be fun. So now we gotta do the unfun part, which is cleanup, but it's gonna be worth it. Okay, she's looking pretty, but vacuuming this rug is ridiculous. It's one of those washable ones, and so I feel like it's trying to suck the entire carpet into the vacuum, so I had to like sweep it and hand vacuum it, and I don't like it. So anyways, if you have any tips on that, let me know. I need to run my Robo Vac across that. I think that would be okay, but in the pinch like this, I need to vacuum up a ton. Okay, so my goal is to be able to keep 3 of the chairs. I don't think I'm going to be able to keep 4 in here. We might be able to only do 2. So I'm just going to play around with the arrangement, and then we will get this all situated. I love this skirt. It's all furry. I have a feeling that Dolly is going to make that her new nap place. Yep, I called it. There she is. She's got a new spot. It looks so cozy. I literally can't decide. So I've decided to go with both of them and just rotate them. So I'm gonna go fur, stripe, fur, stripe, fur, stripe. And there we go. That's the decision. And then you all can vote and let me know for like the final home tour if you like that look or if you have a preference. Like I literally can't decide, and maybe by then I will have decided. So here we go. Oh my goodness, this area is done, and it's my favorite space I've ever done for Christmas. It's so beautiful. It was everything that I hoped for and more. it is hopefully going to be a place where we can create some new memories in our home and not have it as chaotic. A big thank you to Walmart for sponsoring this episode. Don't forget to shop all of my looks. I have linked everything that I got from them in the description box below, plus a few other items that I've gotten in the past, including my chairs and all of that. I will have that linked for you. Their prices are completely affordable, but you get such a high-end designer look without the high-end designer price tag. So that is why I love them so much. This room is more than just decorated. It's a place we're going to be making memories. We're going to share our old and new traditions and show the people that we love how much they truly mean to us. And sometimes, like that little boy from the song taught us, it's the simple acts of love that mean the most. If you haven't heard that song yet, I'm gonna link it below, but make sure you have your Kleenexes because I literally cannot make it through with a dry eye, even though I've heard it like a million times. But I hope you enjoyed this episode. If so, here's my last year's tree if you want to check that out. And to all of my DIY goddesses, you are more powerful than you know. We'll see you next time, and Merry Christmas. Bye.